Hey, good evening, Facebook. Dexter and Tanya here. So it's a
I had to look to see what time it
nice
is.
late evening for us. Normally we don't go live at this
No,
time.
we don't usually go live.
Yeah,
I'm usually in the bed.
oh yeah, almost in the bed.
Or
So
almost.
yeah, so we just wanted to come, guys, and we're just
Feel
inspired.
good.
It's been an amazing week, an inspiring week for us. So those of you guys that are watching on replay, thank you so much for watching. Those of you guys that are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. We just wanted to come and talk about one very powerful word. One powerful word. Just a little late night inspiration from the upgraders. Tanya and I, 2 weekends ago, we successfully had our upgraders summit, and we were introducing who we are as the upgraders. Our tagline is, "We may not know you, but we know what's in you." And recently, we've adopted, "Are you up for the challenge?" And we call ourselves, been calling ourselves the upgraders for 5 years. But our tagline has enhanced. We're the world's first masterminding and coaching system. And a lot of people haven't been coached via a system where we're pushing and pulling you to success. And we just had a very amazing and awesome call with ring earners in our company.
Yes.
And what prompted us to go live is we wanted to talk to you about intentionality. And we're going to be a few minutes, but we're going to drop this nugget heavy on you. It's 10:34 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to drop a heavy nugget on you so you can lay down with this. You're going to lay down with what we're about to share with you, and you're going to wake up in the morning refreshed.
It's true.
Yeah, you're going to wake up with
Apply it.
a different thought. So listen to this: intentionality, the fact of being deliberate or purposeful, right? The fact of being deliberate or purposeful. So the question is, how deliberate are you for your success? How deliberate are you for advancing forward in what you want to accomplish? Right? So we talk about being intentional. Like most people wake up in the morning, and if they go to their job, they go to their job, or if they're at home, they work from home, whatever it is. But what is the intention for the day? Have you set an intention? Because if you don't, then you're like a ship at sea with no destination, and you're going to eventually run out of
You
gas.
visualize that being a ship
Think
at
about it.
sea with no destination.
A ship at sea with no destination when you have no intention. Look, and we talked about this earlier today too, is that I remember I was having a conversation with somebody, and they used to be in the military. And they said, do you know that when a ship goes out, those big ships, when they go out into the sea, they have to have, the captain has to set where they're going. And then you reach a point of no return. I got that from Les Brown. There's a point of no return where you can't turn around. Because if you turn around, you're going to run out of gas. So you've got to get to your destination. So the gentleman was telling me, he said that when a ship decides to turn around, it is a 2 mile span just to turn a ship around.
Good Lord.
So get that visual. It's a 2 mile span just to turn a ship around. So we wanted to ask you guys tonight, are you setting intentions for the day? I'm gonna let you add to that. I know
Look,
I've
I'm
been doing a lot of
listening.
talking, but
No, that's good. I love it. And I just kind of feels good to me too, because I'm just kind of listening to your tone.
I mean, I
It's
can
late
keep
at
talking if you
night,
want. I
relaxing a
got the
little
DJ
bit.
voice. I can keep
Yeah, you
talking if
got
you
that
like,
DJ
but
voice. I love it.
and you guys, I know it's 8 of you guys watching. Why don't you just share it? Share this to your page, because listen, we know, and I didn't mean to break. I know you're gonna
It's
say
okay.
something.
No, I'm
We
fine.
know that a lot of us are not living our potential. We are not living the best version of ourselves. We keep getting on social media for feel goods. Like Facebook is a place for feel goods. Everybody want to laugh, and everybody want to send out jokes. And literally, this is how the world looks at social media. Facebook is a place where everybody want to come and have a good time. Nobody's serious on Facebook. If you want to you want to get serious, go to LinkedIn. They do business on LinkedIn.
Even Clubhouse.
Yeah, even Clubhouse now has become a platform for people to go and voice their opinion. They don't even do it on Facebook because Facebook is a place to get your jollies. And I just refuse, we refuse to continue to walk through life with blindfolds on in mediocrity. So when we talk about intentionality, how serious are you about living the best version of who you are, who you've been called
That's
to be?
good.
Because you haven't scratched the surface. We haven't scratched the surface. So tonight's message is basically, when are you going to set an intention when you wake up in the morning and say, this is what my day is going to look like, and then you walk into it? So go ahead.
I mean, this is good to be. This is enough to pretty much bask on right there. Dexter and I did talk with a group this morning. One of our legs of business. We were actually able to go into the group this morning and share, and we kind of talked about the power of intentions. So as you read the definition, it's what you aggressively go after. But what we shared then, we'll also share with you, is to understand what intentions are. What it's made of, and it's basically made up of goals and passion. So it's a combination of those things. What are your goals? So even as Dexter described that ship and needing a destination, that's a goal. It has a destination, somewhere to go. Where do you want to go? So there's so much that we probably desire in life, but now it's time to pinpoint it down a little bit. And when you do, attach that passion behind it, and you'll see what that very thing be manifested in your life. It's a part that we have to play. We talk about not leaving your life up to chance. A lot of people do that. They think it's the right thing to do when really it's not. It's a matter of saying, okay, this is what I want. Now, what action am I going to put behind this very thing? Now, can I talk to you just even spiritually? My thing is, I have a desire, I have a destination, I have a passion behind what I do, but I do also seek God for the steps, for him to help me with the necessary action to take for that thing to happen in my life. That's how all of that works. A lot of times I talk to people, and especially those who are, faith filled. And a lot of people get in a position where they just kind of sit and put it out there in prayer, and in belief, but they don't put any action behind it. That's not going to work. So again, that's when we get into faith without works is not alive faith. You actually put to action what you really do believe. That's what you're going to do. So be mindful of that. Now, when Dexter opened up, he talked about going to bed at night. He said, we're going to talk about something. When you go to bed tonight, this is going to be on your mind so that you wake in the morning. I love that, and this is why. Because on a daily basis, you can go to bed tonight journaling, writing some things out, what it is that you desire, something that you just want to have happen even on tomorrow, something that you like to get done tomorrow, this week, this month, okay? There are different things, but here's my point. When you wake up with an intention, what happens is, and you really feel that thing. What do you mean feel it, Tanya? I mean, when you're thinking about it and you're like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is what I like to get up. I would like to accomplish even on today. And let me break it on down a little bit with that. It's even down to where you could tell yourself let me just use this as an example. Is there anybody out there where you're finding yourself, and I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this, because I've been getting messages. I shared my testimony last week, and I've been getting messages from a lot of people who've been dealing with depression. Yeah. I'm getting messages from people who are not feeling good about themselves. Different things, okay? Now, this is power. I talk about it often because oftentimes we don't walk in it, right? We leave things up to chance. You don't have to. You make the decision as to what it is that you want. So if you make a conscious decision, this goal, this desire, you really have a passion for that very thing, and then you put it out there and you say to yourself, on today, I'm going to see myself as. How do you want to see yourself? On today, I want to have positive relationships or conversations with whomever or people or something. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying.
good, Tanya.
You do this type of thing and you put that out there for yourself as you begin your day. The subconscious mind, because of that passion attached as well, is going to recall it. So
Right.
as you go about your day, you're going to find yourself looking for the opportunities for that to take place. If there's anything that even comes up that goes in opposition to what you want, you will know it. Now, this is where you have to understand how it's working in your favor, on your behalf. Because prior to that, you might would have had that depressive thought and it remained. Mm-hmm. But to have that depressive thought come and you're mindful of it, who's in control?
Right.
You are.
Right.
Now, what are you going to do with it? You toss it aside. You tell it where to go. You take that thought captive and you release it.
And release it, absolutely.
And you keep going. What you are doing in that moment is building new neural pathways throughout your brain, replacing what has been happening on a regular basis. And that right there is a power and ability that God has given us.
Yeah.
But oftentimes we don't use it because we don't understand how. There's work that we have to put behind everything.
It is.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's a part that we have to play.
And I was thinking too, Tanya, I don't know where did you mention this at, but when I turned 46, I decided that I wanted to go skydiving. And it was the craziest thing, but
And he took me.
here's where I got the idea. I got the idea from Will Smith. Will turned 50, and he said, I'm going skydiving in the Grand Canyon. I was sitting at the house, and I said, it's time for another level for me. I got to do another level. Talked to Tanya about it. I called and booked skydiving. And it was an amazing thing to be able to set an intention and knowing we had no idea that we wanted to go skydiving. But when I had that intention in my mind, we set the goal and I got my wife to go along with me. We went up 2 miles in the air, jumped out of the plane, dropping at over 100 miles an hour. It was amazing.
We're gonna plan another one. So
yeah, we
who
are.
wants to go?
But listen to this though. Now this, as a matter of fact, all you guys that are watching and all of you all that are watching the replay, this is what Tanya and I want you to do, right? Because Tanya mentioned new neural pathways, right? Mm-hmm. This is what we want you to do. Starting tomorrow, we want you to brush your teeth with your opposite hand. See, this is something that we did a couple of years ago. As we were learning how to create what's uncomfortable. See, most of us are right-handed. So when we started doing this, it was just so incredibly uncomfortable to
slower,
yeah, it's like, oh my God, this feels weird.
Intentional.
And yeah, even after a couple of weeks, it was still weird. But here's the thing. The more it's done, the more you create the recognizable pathway, and you're like, got it. See, so that's what we're saying. We want all of you guys to do it. Just do it. Start tomorrow. Do it for 7 days. It doesn't matter. But, we're challenge-based. We're challenging you to have a different perspective. Intentionality is very important because a lot of us just go through life, just la, 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 la. Then we wake up at 65 and we're blessed to see 65 and we're ready to retire, right? And then there's nothing left. And we look back over our lives and we're like, wow, I settled. I didn't set an intention. So, I mean, that's the message that we wanted to leave with you. Set an intention. That's very important. If you want to get to the next level, set an intention for it. What do you need to learn to put you in that next level? Who do you need to be around to put you in that next level? The greatest thing about most of the world being virtual right now is that you get to tap into what a lot of people do. I won't say a lot of people, but what people do to hone in skills. And what might that be? YouTube. Go to YouTube. Find that person that ordinarily you would never be around. Think about this. A virtual mentor. Somebody that you can YouTube and watch them. Even on social media. I know social media is a place for you have fun and stuff, but if somebody you're going to go check out on Instagram and you want to watch them, you want to listen to what they do. I do a lot of motivational material on Instagram. And I find quotes and videos that I share, Tanya and I share back and forth, that are so powerful. You can do that virtually. Utilize that platform. Utilize it. Set the intention.
Yeah, and just always remember this too, because I love you even sharing how we live the life and go into retirement and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes we're not living. I mean, your life should be one where you look forward to it. That you look forward to getting up on a daily basis. You look forward to the things that's getting ready to take place. That's what our lives should be like. So if you're not experiencing that, it's time for a change, okay? And I'm not just saying change in work and business, all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm speaking. I'm like, just identify what is it? What's my passion? What's my desire? So you can get out there and move and do those types of things. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But this is what I wanted to say. As Dexter was talking, please know this. I shared this during our summit as well. But this is something I heard and I learned. I said, God knows that is so true. And it's this. Everything anybody knows, they had to learn. Anything anybody knows, you can follow me, you can talk to people, you can get on YouTube, you can Google, you can read articles, all of that. But anything they know, they still had to learn. What good is that? What's that? It means that there's nothing that any one of us can't do. So whatever that thing is, whatever that desire, you search, you listen, you read, while you're sitting there every day for the most part. Even while I'm getting dressed, I have something playing. Sometimes you just want to put it in your ears. I'll hear it and I'll listen again. I've gone up here. I talk about songs all the time because I listen to lyrics. They speak to me. I pull lessons out of things. And I'm telling you, when you get to this place where you're spending time feeding yourself what's needed and necessary for you to bring about change in your life, because ultimately what I do in mine, I do in somebody else's. That's how we're linked up. None of us are to live alone. None of us are to be by ourselves. I need you just as much as you might need me. When we hear iron sharpens iron, get that.
That's good. That's real good.
Get that. We need each other. And that's why you've heard me say before, I was like, and nobody can do anything by themselves. I said down to getting dressed because somebody had to pick the cotton. Somebody had to make the silk, whatever, Somebody had to design the outfit. Somebody did something. Nothing is done alone. We have need of each other. So always know that. And I guess I'm feeling just a bit something within my heart because of all of the messages that I received about being depressed. People saying I've been ashamed to even talk to people and tell them what I'm dealing with because I don't want them to think that I'm crazy. And my thing is, you're not. There are so many people out here I've learned, again, I get the messages, where they don't feel good about themselves. They don't think they can. They look back over the things that has happened in their lives, maybe sometimes for many mistakes that have been made, pains that have taken place. And then we'll put ourselves in a position where we feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not valuable enough. And it's just not true. It's just not true.
It's not true. It is not true.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's good.
Your smile would do something for somebody who needs it. The fact that you look somebody in the eye and just say hello. The fact that you would just say, excuse me. I thank you. I walk into anywhere that I go, but I'm just reminded of even like being at the airport. And I go and use the restroom and I see the lady in there and she's there cleaning. I'm intentional to look her in her face and speak. And I tell her thank you for what she's in there doing for me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. People need to know that they matter. And that's how we also help each other. We need to let each other know that we matter.
Mm-hmm. That's good, Tanya.
So do you. Be you. Love you. Give you. Share you.
Yeah.
Find you.
That's amazing.
Talk to you. Ask yourself some questions. Answer. There's work for all of us to do to make this world better. Do your part.
Yeah.
Do your part.
That's good. That's good. So guys, listen, we're gonna let's close this thing out. But I was just thinking, I'm gonna leave you with a quote. You are your ancestors' prayers manifested. Get that? You are your ancestors' prayers manifested. So you got to get in line. Get in line by being intentional. Every day, be intentional about that day. Tomorrow, be very intentional. Wake up with the intention. I think Tahira just said she set tomorrow's intention today. It's brilliant. Set the intention. So I'll leave you with this quote, and you guys can look this quote up. Is when I learned this quote.
Is this my favorite?
Oh my
one?
goodness, no,
Or
it's
something
another one.
different?
It's another
Okay.
one. When I learned this quote, look, this is the kind of quote that you sit in bed and you, with your eyes open, and you think about, right? And it's by Augmendino. He said, "Within me burns a flame that has been passed down from generations uncounted, and its heat is a constant irritation to my spirit to be more than I am, and I will. And I will take this constant irritation to proclaim my uniqueness to the world." Guys, there's a reason that you can't sleep sometimes, because there's a flame that's burning inside of you. And it's irritating you. You got to answer it. Be intentional. And as the intentionality sets, you're going to start figuring out what that is. But you stop leaving everything to chance. Don't do that any longer. 2021, February, it's time for you to be intentional for the manifestation of all the things that's irritating internally, that passed down generational flame. It's time for you to manifest it. And only you can do it.
Only you can.
Only you can do it. So be intentional.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
You good?
Yeah. Just don't. And with that flame that's going, don't get frustrated with it.
Right. That's good. That's good.
Because it's there, and it's like we say, it's agitating you. There's an irritation that it's causing, but don't let it frustrate you. Get excited about it. So when it's happening, it's like, I don't know, it's something. It's like
that's good, Tanya.
something. But then say, okay, God, what? That's when you start asking questions. All right, I'm listening. I'm listening. What is it? What do I do? What's next?
That's good.
And we can come back later and talk more about that. But that comes into the fixing the growth mindset.
All right. We'll do it.
We'll be back.
Maybe we'll be inspired to do another
We'll be
message
back.
late at night when we're supposed to be in bed. But anyway, guys, listen. Dexter and Tanya Scott, we are the Upgraders. We may not know you,
but we know what's in you.
Are you up for the challenge? We'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.